Good morning, Gail. You're muted.
How are you? I guess we're a little early, aren't we?
We are a little early. I like to kind of start, just kind of open it up maybe about 10 minutes early, 5 or 10 minutes early or something, because sometimes people will be on a little early.
Yeah.
So how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing okay. Beth is doing well. She's in Atlanta. And in fact, I don't know if she may be coming home today, but she had signed up someone there named Stacy, her best friend. And I think she had told you had some appointments. And so I talked to her just briefly a couple days ago, and she said that it was just going great.
Awesome. Well, I
So,
did text and invite her on. She said, we're traveling in the mountains, but we will try. That's her text.
oh, well, good. I didn't know if she would be able to or not. Yes, I knew they were traveling.
Yeah. And I didn't invite everybody. Um, that like kind of like I usually do. I just kind of went through and handpicked some people to
I
invite.
see.
Haven't done this in a while, so we'll see who all shows up.
Yeah.
I know this time is not for everybody because some
Yeah.
people go to work.
Right. Well, there's not a perfect time for everybody.
Exactly. Exactly. And the mornings work better for me during the day because after 5 o'clock, I'm not quite as I just function better in the morning and the day hours than I do
Yeah.
in the evening.
I'm not good in the early morning. I don't talk for a while but by this time I'm fine.
Yeah. What is early morning for you?
Really, I sleep till about 8, between 8 and 8:30. So
Oh,
a
okay.
6:30 call or a 7:30 call wouldn't work for me. Even if I'm sometimes up then, but I'm not talking to anybody and I don't have makeup on.
Yeah, that would not work for me either, Gail. So you won't have
No.
to worry about that.
Yeah.
But
Well,
we do have a couple of people that will be on this morning that are in Pacific time. So, it's like 8:30 for them.
oh, for them. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Now is Julie going to be on this call?
I invited Julie, but
Don't
she
know. Yeah.
responded, so I don't know.
Okay.
Hi, hi, Paul. You're muted. Hey, Dawn. Yeah, everybody will need to unmute themselves because
That Julie? Hi, Julie.
is Julie coming on? I saw Dana.
I thought that was Julie. So maybe not.
Good morning.
Hi, Dana. How are you?
I'm good.
We know you're getting ready for work and all that kind of stuff. And so, but we're
Yeah.
glad you kind of hopped on. Hi, Paul. How are you? You're muted. You have to unmute yourself. And Dana muted herself. I don't know what's going on with my hair. It's so funny when I
Oh, I never know what's going on with
see
mine.
myself on the Zoom, it's always backwards. It's not like looking in a mirror.
True.
So I always find myself trying to do my hair the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've still got 5 minutes because we're 5 minutes early. We're the early birds.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to run a quick errand and refill my coffee.
Okay.
Right back.
Yeah, I bought a big 40-ounce water bottle, putting my electrolytes and my water in it. Can they get any bigger? Okay, now, Dawn and Paul, you are unmuted. So how are you guys doing this morning? Well, it shows you're unmuted, but I'm not hearing you. I am seeing you though. And good morning, Denise. You are muted. Good morning, Jody. I'm not sure who the iPhone is. You are muted. We still got about 3 more minutes.
Morning.
Good morning. Hey, Nadine.
Hello.
So happy to see you. Nadine is visiting her daughter, Jody, for a couple of weeks. Hi, Bridget. You're muted. You'll need to unmute yourself. Hi, Nancy.
There.
Yep.
Hello,
Nancy,
we get to see everybody's faces. I like it.
I know. I know some people, like Dana's getting ready for work, so she's just listening in.
Uh-huh.
And hi, Connie. Connie, unmute yourself if you can. And Nancy, unmute yourself.
Bella.
Awesome. Awesome. An iPhone, are you able to unmute yourself? And because we don't know who you are, maybe say hello if you can't use your camera. I know somebody was going to be at work and they were going to try to get on, so maybe that's who it is. So Connie, please introduce yourself. Connie, you're still muted. You'll have to unmute. Maybe you should figure that out. We've still got a couple of minutes before starting time. Okay. Do you guys know how to unmute on a phone, on mobile, to help Connie out maybe? Because I don't really ever use my phone.
Click at the
Bottom left
bottom of the
corner
screen. Yeah, click
on
at
the
the bottom.
iPhone.
I have an Android. I just tap at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen and the microphone comes up and I just tap the microphone.
Denise, you have iPhone?
Yes.
How do you do it on
So
an
if you
iPhone?
touch your screen during the Zoom, you'll see across the bottom. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Denise. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, she's not figuring it out. Does anybody know who Connie is? Where she who enrolled Connie? Because I'd love to meet Connie. Okay.
I
Well,
do not.
so it's okay. Okay, so it is 10:30 and good morning, everybody. I invited some special people to be on. I did not send this invitation out to everybody like I normally do, but I just wanted to send it out to a few of the leaders and maybe be able to just speak to you guys directly. It's been a little while since we've had a little team Zoom, and I just felt like I wanted to reconnect with all of you and see where you guys are at, what's going on, what questions that you have, what's going on. There's a couple of things that I would really like to kind of start out with, and I just want to make sure that everybody, hi Jennifer, I'm glad to have you. Want to make sure that everybody knows how to access the Zoom, the team Zooms, the larger This Is It team Zooms. You know, we're all on Steve and Gina Merritt's This Is It team. Renita Brannon, Renita and Scott Brannon, we're all on their team. And so the bigger team that we're all part of is called This Is It. And so just in case I know we have some new people on, I just want to be sure that you know how to access the team Zooms. There are opportunity overview Zooms that you want to invite people your contacts on these overview Zooms so that they can learn from other people, from our many of our leaders, about the product, about the X39, the technology, the vision of the company, David Schmidt, and also the business opportunity. And so just to make people aware of everything that is available to them should they choose to participate. And so let me do a little quick screen share here. The easiest thing that I found was that since we have a mixture of This Is It, Steve and Gina Merritt Zooms and Renita Zooms, is I created a little website called called Team Zooms, teamzooms.carrd.co. You can see it right up here, teamzooms.carrd.co. And these are all the weekly, the up front of the opportunity overview Zooms. And you can see, okay, it's Steve and Gina Merritt. Now, they have other guests that speak on these Zooms. It's not just Steve and Gina Merritt every single time. They have other leaders. So there's a Monday night one tonight at 7 o'clock. There's also one at 9 p.m. Central. So 7 and 9. This is the only evening where there are two. Wednesday nights, 7 Central. And so all you do is you click, I'm just going to click this to show you where it's going to open up to. So it goes over to thisisitteam.com, the Wednesday Zoom. It goes right over there and you click the link. So it's got all of the information and everything right there. Okay. I'm going to go back over here. Okay, and then Thursday is a Spanish opportunity overview Zoom, and Thursday night, Renita at 8 p.m. Central does an overview opportunity Zoom. And Friday at 11 Central, so this is the only one that's during the day on Fridays. And then you keep scrolling down, and now you've got the business training Zooms. So on Wednesday night, Renita does a business training Zoom, Millionaire Mind, at 8 p.m. Central. Hers are always at 8 p.m. And Saturday at noon Central is a business training Zoom. And then Sunday night are Renita's business training Zooms at 8 o'clock. So there's a lot of support for you guys to tap into. Okay. And the other thing that I really wanted to talk to you about, let me do a stop share here for a second, is I just wanted to talk to you about the power of decision, the power of making a decision. It will change everything. And I know for myself, like when I was first introduced to this, I just had a gut feeling about it, about, all the information that I looked at, and I made a decision. And because I made a decision, that changed everything that I did. In the beginning, I was in this little bit of a window of time when I first heard about this, when I was looking at all the information, and I was, sort of like in that little precipice of trying to understand, okay, is this really for real? Is this really a good thing? Am I, should I do this? But once I made the decision, then everything else changed, because all of my actions began to align with that decision. So I joined in July of last year. In the following month, I flew out to Florida to a training. And then I flew out to Florida again in October for the big convention. So everything changed, and I went into massive action. And I was thinking about this a little earlier. Jody, would you be willing to share like your I just think about that time in the past when you were in this place where you were kind of starting to doubt yourself, and then what happened after you actually made a decision to go all in with LifeWave. Would you mind sharing your story?
No, not at all. Yeah, I like Debbie saw at first for me, it was just a matter of getting out of my pain. And I was familiar with network marketing, but in the beginning, I wasn't thinking I'm going to grow a business or share this. I had kind of sworn that industry off, to be honest. And so I would share it, of course, with family and this and that. And it was until, honestly, Debbie, what was it? 7 months ago, 6 months ago, I was in a place, I had literally rocked by the waves, if you will, just up and down and just discouraged. And then I don't know if this is going to work. You guys, I was literally just all over. And I had gotten really discouraged. And Debbie called me. And I just remember us having a conversation, and she was encouraging me, and I just said, you know what? I know this is from the Lord for me, and I'm going to do it. And it was literally that day that I made a decision in my mind, but I also then made a decision to start working on my thinking processes too, right, Debbie? I made a decision to go all in every area, like not just action of sharing it, action of what do I need to do to retrain my brain to believe that I can actually do this, and this can actually happen for me. And I started listening to podcasts every day, reading books, getting up in the morning, and it became a thing. And nothing's been the same since then, has it, Debbie?
Yep.
Every way.
I mean, the whole attitude, like everything has changed, because in life things, if until we actually really make a decision, like the waves come in, the waves go out, if the wind is blowing, it blows you off course, blah, blah, blah. But once you've made a decision, and each of you have to decide what that is for you, because we're all individual people. But once you've made a decision of what that is for you, then people who say no to you, it doesn't matter. You just keep going because you know what you have decided. Until you reach that point, you'll let other people sway you, and you won't get the results, I think, that you're looking for. And every day, I mean, I have not been in anything that I have been this consistently convinced that this is the right place for me.
Yeah.
And that I'm going to make a 6 to 7 figure income. I'm happy with a multiple 6-figure income. Okay. But I'll accept a 7-figure if God wants to bless me that way. But
you know what, Debbie? Can I
yes.
say real quick, along with that and what you just said in regards to sharing this Zoom schedule, is you guys being plugged in. And I don't know everyone on here, I know most people, but whoever you need to grab onto that's running. I mean, Debbie and we stay connected, and and I plug into the Zooms. I'm on Millionaire Mindset every week. And that has changed my life. That has changed my life. I'm telling you, that was probably the catapult that started me just believing that this could even happen for me. But plugging into these Zooms, you guys, staying close to the fire. I mean, when we get off by ourselves, you guys know your thoughts go a million miles an hour. And what was it Renita said the other day? 80% of what we say to ourselves is negative anyway. So we have to get around.
Yeah, Jody just froze up. She'll probably come back here in a second, but her points are exactly right. You have to keep yourself close to the fire, and the fire is like on the Zooms. You don't have to be on every single Zoom, but you want to be able to plug in and get your people plugged in. Anybody that has shown any level of interest in doing this for extra income, they need to see the bigger vision of what we have here, because I'm absolutely convinced this is a one in a lifetime opportunity that every single one of us have. And if you tap into it now and you make a decision and you consistently do something, that's the other thing is you need to be consistent in your actions moving forward. And I guarantee you, people will show up. You don't know today, but you will meet somewhere along the line that can change everything in your business. And people can feel your commitment. When you talk to people and they know you're doing this with or without them, they're much more intrigued to want to at least get on the product. But if you yourself have not made that commitment and you're still kind of in doubt land, then people can kind of feel that from you. And especially, I think a lot of people that we personally know sometimes, they want to just kind of wait and see what happens with us. And but I guarantee you, when you just keep moving forward and keep moving forward, and every day you're doing something. And sometimes I know that we have to have days where we pull back and we're with family and we're with ourselves. I mean, I had that day yesterday. I just felt like I had to turn the phone off and, just have a me day. And so I woke up today and I'm much more refreshed and I'm excited and I'm ready to go. And so I just wanted to really push the power of making a decision when we do that things show up, and to formulate a vision of what it is that you want. Like, start to get that goal or that vision in your mind. Do you want to just earn a few $100s a month to help you pay for your product? Do you want to earn a life-changing 6-figure or 7-figure income? What does that look like for you? And start to formulate that vision, because I'm reading a book that Renita has suggested, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. This is the second one that I bought. The first one that I bought, the print was so small I couldn't read it, so I bought another one. Same book, but the print is bigger and the cover looks a little bit different. But The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. And so when we have thoughts and feelings and images, that's part of our subconscious. That if we start to doubt something and doubt ourselves, that's part of your subconscious mind. So if you spend time every day in visualizing, not only getting the picture and getting more clear on what do you want to achieve, but what does that feel like? That's the key of making this connection in the body of what does that feel like to earn a 6-figure income? What does it feel like to be able to help massive amounts of people with their health and have people coming up to you, thanking you for not giving up on them? And so your mind, when you make a decision, your mind starts working in a different way. It starts looking for solutions. It starts looking for answers. If a problem comes up, it starts looking for, like I said, a solution to that, instead of just kind of going into this place where you feel like you want to give up. And so the other thing that I wanted to say is, how many of you would be interested in doing some home meetings? There's a lot of people that are starting to do home meetings, even if it's just a little handful of friends that come over, and that's working really well, for some people. So if that's something that you would want to do, and especially if you're in the Dallas area near me, let me know and we'll brainstorm a little bit. Or maybe you can brainstorm with some of the people in your area to just have a few friends over and do a home meeting. Okay, so, and everybody knows about the website, the do a little, another screen share here. The team site, resource site that I put together, x39newmember.com. It's got a lot of great information on there and tools on there, files that you can download. And this is it. This is the main training website. This is it team.com. You want to go through these onboarding videos if you have not done so, 2 to 3 minute little videos to know how to do some basic things. But I want to hear now from you guys. What questions do you have? What is going on with you and your team? So who wants to share first? Bridget, do you want to share a little bit about what's happening on your end? Yeah, there you go.
There we go. Okay. I just think we're just having massive growth with people getting on the product first. And now they're starting to see, oh, they're believing in the product. And now the opportunity is coming along. So I'm just kind of waiting for that to sprout up some. It's just such a new technology that people are like, really, it's a patch?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to believe, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm just excited from getting, just like you said, it's been a month since Mike and I've been using them, and I've got people that are on them now that are starting to say, oh my goodness, I'm not taking as much medication, or I'm resting better, or I have more energy, or my mind is clear. And it just makes me feel, Mike and I both feel good to be able to help people with their mind, body, and soul, and also financially if they choose to.
Yes. And Bridget has, I mean, they are like setting things on fire. She's enrolled how many people now?
I don't know. There was
A
3 or
lot.
4 more yesterday. Yeah, I wake up and I check my email and I'm like, you've got another one. You've got another one. I'm like, oh goodness.
Wow. Yeah. She's doing great. And the other thing that I want to just mention really quick is we all have our gifts and talents that we can bring to the table. Some of us are better at, you know, sharing with others, networking and recruiting and things like that. And other people are better with, I don't know, I feel like I'm pretty good with like some little techie things and creating some little, like the website and maybe doing some Zooms and understanding the comp plan.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever your talent is, I just encourage you to kind of share that to help somebody else. So if you have a special gift with recruiting, maybe you have some little recruiting tips of what you say to people.
Mm-hmm.
So Bridget, you're really good at that. What is it? Something that you say starting out, or?
Well, I've started out now with, hey, what do you know about light therapy or stem cells? And they look at you like, oh, well, I've heard of it. I can't afford it. I'm like, well, I've got this technology that I'd love for you to look at. And then they're blown. Then they start researching a little bit. So I get their interest there and then move forward with that because it's
That's
something different that
awesome.
they've never heard. Yeah. What do you know about stem cells? They're like, oh, and I'm like, well, you know, by 30, we have 50% that we're not even using anymore. So you need something to stimulate that.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
Mm-hmm.
So does anybody else have anything that they want to share or have a question? Nancy, how are you doing?
Doing well. This morning I'm upgrading 2 of my personal people that I've sponsored, one to diamond, the other one is moving up to gold, so that's encouraging. I have phone calls that I'm planning on making. One thing I would like to ask Bridget is, do you send people to the website to sign up by themselves under you, or do you?
Well, it just depends. I talked to him a little bit and I said, it's pretty easy to do. If you want to do it, you're more than welcome. You can go in there and adjust your patches and do all, and if I'm right here if you need me. And most of them are tech savvy enough that I just send them my link and they go on and buy wholesale and they're doing it themselves,
So
which I love.
they're signing themselves up.
Yes.
You're not doing it for, okay.
Not most of them. Now I have a few because that's what Debbie did with me because I didn't really know what I was, but now when I talk to people enough and I send them my link, it just goes straight to my wholesale. So it's easy for them to get into and then they can work the whole site. That way I feel like they're trained to do it themselves.
That's great. Yeah,
And Bridget,
I'm sure.
do you caution them not to check that box when they're filling out
Yes.
the website, not to check the box that says use
Yes.
my user number as my username
Yes.
or
Yes. Be
member.
sure you put your password in there that you're going to remember because that's going to let you order for future reference. And that's kind of the way I put that because sometimes if they say, why do I need a website? Well, it's just your back office just to order your product from here on out. You can do that with or without me.
Yeah.
So then that kind of gives them the ease of knowing, oh, this, I don't have to sell anything, but I'm going to use the product.
Yeah. And Bridget, do you send them your link /enrollment/packs? Is that the link you send?
Well, I send a lot of things. So if I'm texting them or Facebooking, I will send like the packages. These are your options when you first get started. So I let them look at that first. And then I will send them.
As a graphic
Well,
or
it's a graphic, you know,
is it
I
the
found
thing
it
that I created?
probably. It's the 3 packages that starts with the bronze, the silver, and it shows them the packages. So I'll email or text that to them because they're like, how much does it cost? Well, here's your starting packages. You can decide what you want. Mike and I came in at gold because we were going to share. And then 3 or 4 days into it, we knew we loved the product and this was going to be a business that we were going to build. So we upgraded. So I kind of explained that to them too.
Mm-hmm. So let me show you what she's talking about in case you guys want to use this. I'm going to share my screen again. I'm going to go over to my little website, 39news.com. I'm going to go to Business Builders page. I'm going to scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Let's see, I think I put it on here.
I think I went to files.
Okay, here it is. Okay,
there
are 2.
Yes.
This one right here is the one that you're sending.
Well, there's another one it's actually got the 4. So it's got your platinum and your silver too. I like this one better, I think.
Okay. Well, I created that one too, the one you're talking about.
I think the one that I sent, I found it in files.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, anyway, there's
a lot of good information on that right there on the files. There's lots of information.
Yeah, I will point that out in just a second. But if you want to just download it like a JPEG file, you're just going to click on it and then, like right click and save the image as. And so sometimes that helps people because these are the most popular packs, right? And if you already know somebody could be interested in the business, then you could download this one so that they could see the differences between the 2 business packs. They can still start at silver if they want to and upgrade. But, visuals do kind of help people. Okay, so let me go to the files and let me see. I don't know. I'm not sure if I have it on this one.
No.
It's text or something. But anyway, I'll put it on here so you guys can see it. And okay, so stop the share. So what else? Thank you, Bridget, for sharing that.
You're welcome.
What else? Anybody want to comment or have a question or just let me know how things are going for you if you feel like you're kind of in a specific place where maybe you feel a little stuck? Or Denise, you want to share anything? She's either trying to get herself unmuted or she doesn't want to share. Okay. So, yeah. So that's mainly, I like to keep these little Zooms to about 30 minutes, and we've spent 30 minutes.
Mhm.
And
But Debbie, could I ask Bridget a question too?
absolutely.
I was just curious about when you initially contact someone and talk to them about the patch, what do you send them in terms of educating them about the patch, or what's your MO?
Depending on,
Not when they're ready to sign up, just when you're first educating them about the patch.
just, hey, what do you know about stem cells or light
Right.
therapy?
And then do you send them a video or anything?
I will send them to thisisitinfo.com.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. And also, I guess I kind of want to ask everyone, because I have not been giving out patches right now. I kind of decided not to, but now I'm kind of deciding I can't remember one of the calls I listened to a few days, or maybe it was one of Renita's last week when she said she just patches everyone. She carries a handful and gives everyone 3 or 4. Well, how do y'all feel about that? My concern about it is that I don't think people will have results after 3 or 4 patches. So that's why I kind of don't do it. But I would like to know how everybody feels about it.
Yeah. Who else?
My personal opinion is, I mean, if you give them 3 patches of the X39, I mean, we see one patch wonders. We've seen it, we've heard it. Chances are maybe not that person, but you give them 3 and say, I'm going to check back with you and just see if you're feeling anything. You might or you might not. I mean, I've thought about that too. I don't know that 3 days will make a difference in people, but it could. It could. I mean, so I'm kind of on the fence with that. Yes or no? I'm not real
Yeah.
sure.
That's how I feel. Does anybody else have strong feelings about it?
I would say in the beginning, I did that. I passed out some samples, and there were quite a few people who didn't have an immediate result. But just in the past couple days, hopefully I can share this. Someone on my team actually reached out to Ron Rayburn. I don't know if you guys know, he brought in Onyx Cole, who brought in the Merits, or I don't know what the order was, but he's way up there. He's just a down to earth guy. And you guys, he answered
Jody,
the phone.
let me say something about that really quick before you tell that story. I'm glad you brought that up. Just so you know, Ron is a chimney sweep. That's what he did. Okay. So when you hear Onyx Call, which you probably may not have even heard of Onyx Call, but Onyx Call, like Jody said, is the one that brought in Steve and Gina Merritt. And I don't know whether it was Ron that came over and talked to her directly, or he talked to somebody else, but he was a chimney sweep. And she tells this story that he had no idea that Onyx Cole was going to come into his team. And he was just sharing the product. Well, Ron is a millionaire now, multi-millionaire. And he reached down and called somebody down in Jody's team. So now, Jody, go ahead with that story.
Yeah, so she had asked a question on something he posted, wanting to know, what are you doing, anyway. And he actually said, well, give me a call. Here's my number. And she was like, what, now? He's like, yeah. So they literally chatted for like an hour, you guys. And he basically, his passion is keep it simple. Keep it simple. And what he told her is he gives one patch. And he said, what do you know about stem cells? Here's one patch. He doesn't put it on them. He just hands it to them. And he tells them straight up, listen, you're probably not going to feel anything with one patch. But this gives people an opportunity to feel the patch and see it. It's a real thing. And then there are people like Ron, if you've heard his testimony, he put the patch on and his whole body just went, I mean, it was insane and crazy.
Wow.
A miraculous testimony. But and then he doesn't necessarily he just makes it simple. So to your question, you know, one patch, I'm going to start trying that just because I'm trying to mix it up. But you know, I tell them right out of the gate, listen, you're probably not going to feel anything off one patch, but it gets them familiar with the product. And then you know, he always starts them out at silver. He's like, you know, and he tells them, try 90 days on this product, commit to 90 days. There's a 30-day money back guarantee. And then he follows up with them in like 2 weeks to check on them. How you doing? What great results are you seeing? People sell themselves on this product. And if you're following up with your people, and this is what I do, if I have someone new on the product, I will, in the first weekend, I'm like, how you doing? Second weekend, how you doing? I'm getting testimonies. I do that with, I mean, I try to do it with everybody. When people can tell you the things that are actually happening in their body, they're selling themselves on this product. And they'll be like, I need to buy more of this product. But, you know, try the one patch. And I'm going to try it. I wouldn't necessarily give out a whole bunch because I've had a lot of people, nothing happened.
Yeah.
I gave 5 patches in the beginning, nothing happened. And this was a lot of people. And they were like, oh, I don't think this works for me. And they never purchased the product. Right. I'll go back to them now, but you know, one patch. Another thing.
I like that. I like the idea
like the
of
one patch.
Just
I do too.
3 patches out to one person. You still don't have any, you know, guarantee that that one person's going to feel anything. Given a one patch to 3 different people.
Right.
Yeah.
So I like that. And if you want to get business cards, because I know some of you have asked about business cards, let me just show you really quick where you get business cards or flyers. You go to thisisitteam.com. Let me move this over. And you click over here and you go to shop. And if you have not created an account, you're going to click the sign up and you're going to, you know, sign up and create another little account to order these, because this is not coming through LifeWave. It's coming through, This Is It team has set this up. I think it's through Vistaprint. And then, so here's your business cards. So there's the front of it. That little QR code goes to thisisitinfo.com. And then you put your name and your information on the back of the card. If you have an office or you know somebody that has an office or a spa or something like that, you can get these tall floor banners. These are really cool. And then they have like these sample cards, like they're like little small postcards. You can get some of those. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else have anything you want to share or a question about anything? Okay, I would just say keep your focus and make your decision. You're doing this no matter what, and then take action. The action thing is the big deal, right? And stay close to the fire so that you feel inspired. And go up line, like, you know, always try and connect people into other people on the team, like do 3-way calls. I'm telling you, it makes such a big difference. So that's all that I have to say today. If you have any questions, last questions or comments. Okay, well, thank you guys so much. You go enjoy your Monday.
Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.